Okay, I hope this will be raised. There's a question to me from a brother that was shared by a Roman Catholic. So this could please now some more. The question, so my title of this video is Responses to Roman Catholic Defense. You can still ask your question, but only in English. Tagalog will not be understood, recognized, acknowledged. Responses to Roman Catholic defense about Inquisition and prophecy. So let me read some of the highlights. The question. Number one, Spanish Inquisition are the ones that kills, murders. Roman Inquisition was there to prevent the mass killing. Take note of this because you will hear this among CFDs, Catholic Faith Defenders. I cannot understand. Okay, the question is, maybe I can understand the... Okay, so let me answer that part. First question. Was the Roman Catholic Church innocent from its culpability in the Inquisition? Is it really the Spanish crown that was just after the murder of millions of Protestants? Or is the Catholic Church involved? You know St. Bartholomew's Day Massacre? They celebrated. Who are celebrated? The Catholics. The Catholics celebrated while the Protestants were being murdered. The reason the Protestants were murdered because the king promised them safe passage. That we will have a safe discussion. Like maybe some similar to Hong Kong. We can safely assemble here. But it was just a ruse. Similar to maybe it also happened with the what was the Knights Templars. The Knights Templars, they were rused to come out. They were, of course, the French led, but the Catholics are also culpable. You can say the papacy can be corrupted. Even Catholics could admit in their encyclopedia the papacy had many corruptions. So, I will say in the Spanish Inquisition, the Dominican friars are involved in the Inquisition. I heard a while ago in the sharing, we are forbidden, the clergy are forbidden to take up arms. But did you know even in the Philippines, the clergy helped in defending the fort against the invaders of Fort Manila? Fort Intramuros, not Intramuros, yes, Fort what? What fort is that? Fort Santiago. Okay. So, it means if the clergy can take up arms, the clergy can participate. It is the clergy that decides that they are heretics before they are burned at stake. If the government of Spain or France or wherever it is are the ones doing the killing, it must be decided first from the Catholic judges. Joan of Arc, she was the English, but during that time of Joan of Arc, there was no Protestants. It's still the same. So, even you say it's Spanish, it's just not Spain. You know, Counter-Reformation, here's number 2. Protestant Inquisition also killed a lot of people? Let me answer that. This is the second defense. You know, we do not deny the Protestants also did the same tactics as the Roman Catholics did. They learned it from their mother. They learned it from their mother. Now, I'm not defending that the Protestants are all sinless, spotless. Did you know that Martin Luther was also against his own group, partisanship group, that some of his followers are desecrating, destroying churches? Martin Luther was against that. And some would say Martin Luther was the one that instigated the burning of Jews or what. Not exactly. Okay? He suggested others would carry it out. But Martin Luther said in his writings to cast them away, not burn them. Okay? Now Calvin, Luther, Knox, in their time, were there burnings? There were. Because that was what was learned from Roman Catholic Inquisition. And in the Reformation and Counter-Reformation, they did the same thing to each other. Because not all in Protestantism are true Christians. Not all. Those who were martyred are not the same group as those governments who carry out the same martyrdom against Catholics. That's what we call the 30 Years' War. What else? There's another war that got religious wars. During those wars, lasting several decades, this religion, Protestantism and Catholicism, they took up arms against each other. Let me explain. If a government becomes Protestant, a country becomes Protestant, they will take up arms to defend themselves against Catholics. Surely they will kill Catholics also. Of course, if you're a soldier, similar to the Crusades, not everyone are sincere. Some are sincere, some are not. Some are just defending their homeland. Just the Protestants, even though they're, shall we say, not real Christians, God used them so that the Catholicism will not continue its domination in Europe. At least there is a balance. There is a way for the newly come out bride from the Dark Ages to thrive. That's when it went to America to thrive again. Because in Europe, it's still not safe. It just gave them a chance for survival. It's a plan of God. I'm not saying all that are the government that did those killings are of God. So that's just to answer them. Doesn't mean Protestantism is not a revival sparked by God. Whatever shortcomings the Protestants have, it's because they learned it from the Catholics. They're just coming out of the Dark Ages. God was not, the revelation was not yet complete with regards to treatment of their preference, like we have today. But today it's the other extreme. It's humanism in the United States. Number 3, 666 refers to the USA, not Catholics, because Romans 18, open up your Bibles, Romans 18. The beast, Babylon, deals in 18, yes. Sorry, I said Romans. Revelation 18, thank you for pointing it out. In Revelation 18, open up your Bible. Look at the description of Mystery Babylon the Great that will fall. One of its description is great trade. This is not part of the question. It has traded in many things. So it's not Catholicism. Okay? Number 2, it has great power. That's not in 18. Great power is in Revelation 13. It has power to bring fire from the sky to destroy. Okay. First, let me answer Revelation 18. If you read carefully Revelation 18, it talks of the souls of men. The souls of men are being commercialized. Does the United States commercialize the souls of men? Yes. But before the United States came to being, there was this, the time of Catholics, purgatory, indulgence. You're familiar with that? If you just contribute to the church, you can pay your way to heaven. Even your even your loved ones, they can be spared the agonies of purgatory. John 10:7. Who started the souls of men? Well, if you're going to go to the original Babylon, of course, the time of Nimrod, the souls of men are being traded. But in the time of the Dark Ages, did the Catholics start that practice? Yes. There was no other church then. Okay? So, now, let me give a short glimpse of the progressive revelation we have in Revelation 18. The church I came from, traditional end-time message, focuses only on Roman Catholic Church. But I'm focusing now on the United States. I agree with Brother Melchizedek's explanation partially. Is the United States involved? Yes. Let me answer. In Revelation 13, the beast, there are two kinds of beasts. One beast that came out of the sea, another beast that came out of the earth. Just check it out, take note of it, read it at home. The beast that came out of the earth is the United States. How do I know? Because America is a continent, and the original beast came out also from a continent. The sea represents, coming from SDA, is multitude of people. But let me give a more complete, exact answer. It's around the Mediterranean Sea. When you read the word sea in Revelation in Daniel, it talks of the Great Sea. The Great Sea during that time is the Mediterranean Sea. The Mediterranean Sea is the Mediterranean world. And the Roman Empire has occupied the periphery of the Mediterranean Sea. So it's the Roman Empire. Then, when the Roman Empire transformed to the Roman Catholic Church, the Holy Roman Empire, they still control that. So, yes, it's a multitude of people's tongues and kings, but it's around the Mediterranean Sea. The Mediterranean Sea represents the old world. It represents Africa, Asia, Europe. And that old continent, that old world, should have a counterpart when another beast arises from the earth. That another beast that arises from the earth, the superpower we have today is the United States. But take note, the second beast is not the same as the first beast. The second beast will give power to the first beast. The second beast has power to rain fire from the sky. Yes, the United States is involved. But take note, the United States has been instrumental in supporting the Catholic cause. Brother Metro, are you aware of Washington, Vatican, Moscow alliance? Or, Avro Manhattan, you know that book? To shortcut what Avro Manhattan was trying to say, the Catholic Church has been begging the United States to take a first strike against Russia because of communism. They are allies against communism. Pope John Paul's letters from Fatima was against communism. So, United States is also instrumental in the cause of the Roman Catholic Church. This one world order. Ecumenism, oikumene. That is one world. There is an effort of the Pope to gather all the leaders, religious leaders of the world, and even political leaders of the world to become one. Maybe you're aware, Brother Mentor, there was a time that when Philippines was singing its EDSA Revolution song. There was in the MTV, there was a show of the Pope holding hands with many religious leaders of the world. Magkaisa, ano ba yung lyrics? Tao sa mundo, yun. So, there is a drive for this world unity. And you know, the United States is instrumental to revive the old beast. But contrary to what the SDA believes, it will not be the old form of the Roman Catholic Church. In Revelation 13, the beast that Christ rose out of the sea is not the same as the beast in Revelation 17. The beast in Revelation 17 is scarlet color. Check it out. Take it down. I hope you study it at home. Talk about it in your family. The beast in Revelation 17 is scarlet color, crimson red, with the blood of the saints. The beast in Revelation 13 has no description like that. And look at the description in Revelation 13, chapter 1. I'm talking of the beast out of the sea. It is a combination of the lion. Check it out, read verse 1 and 2 right now. Require whisper. Reading. But Sister Joanna, require whisper. That's 2 remaining. Okay. Lion, bear, leopard, dreadful, terrible beast. It's a combination from Daniel's 4 beasts that came out of the sea. What does that mean? It's an end-time beast. In Revelation 13, how can they rain fire from the sky? That's technology. That's not supernatural witchcraft power. It's technological power that they can rain fire from the sky. The United States is involved, so partially correct. But the United States is only fulfilling, that's the second beast of the earth. It's giving life to the image of the beast. Which beast? The first beast. There is an image to the beast. This image to the beast is what the Roman Catholic has been foregoing in this world unity. So it's not just UN, not just WCC or and NCC. It's any agenda in the world that will bring worldwide unity. LGBTQ community. Take note, the papacy does not recognize, maybe they're starting to recognize, the LGBTQ community. I just heard they're starting to recognize. But let's say before they're not recognized, because the original beast is not the same as the second beast. The second beast is creating also an image of the original beast. So people are flocking to this original beast. That's why the beast that came out of the sea will be different type of beast. This will be an end-time beast. So, 666, the United States are involved because, yes, trade. Now, it's not just the material things. The Babylon of the world, it's no longer in Iraq, it's not just Vatican, it's the whole world. It's this world, it's this beast that came out from the sea that is not bloody. It's not a murdering beast. If ever she's going to murder, she has a short time. She's not going to get bloody. You see, nuclear bomb that detonates will there be blood? But in the Dark Ages, you only use knives, swords, pickaxes, or whatever torture. It's bloody. Okay? Let me continue the others. How many minutes have I got? 19, okay. In this rock I will build my church, not churches. Okay, good point. So let me share a little bit of how we see Matthew 16. Because it could not be that all these churches are from God because Christ established only a singular church. Okay, let me answer. I agree. Christ established one singular church. The only difference is this question, this defense is similar to the mindset of IXC, similar to the mindset of ABD, similar to the mindset of LDS, SDA, as though their organization is the representative of God on earth. And no other organization represents God. That is a monopoly organization like Nimrod did, what Nimrod did with our people. Let me tell you something. No singular organization on earth 100% represents God. Vicariously they instead of God. Joshua Anyanyo told me, oh, we have misunderstood that. But I told him, you know, I have nothing against with the vicariously the meaning. Because true apostles of Christ also represent God. But what is wrong with the papacy if they are the ones who are vicariously they? Whether it's in the tiara or not. It is the Nicolaitan spirit. What happened during the Dark Ages. We don't discuss the scripture anymore. Just obey what we speak. Let's to Martin Luther. Let's discuss this. Let's show me where I am wrong in the scripture. No, only the cardinals order you, command you. That's Nicolaitan spirit. No more discussion. Only right now, when we have apologies. Before there were no apologies. They just want to use their authority. Okay, that's Nicolaitan spirit. So, upon this rock I will build my church. That church is not a singular or human human manipulated organization. Alberto, would you agree? The Catholic Church then, as an institution, as an human-led organization, were sometimes manipulated before? Would you agree? No, you don't agree. But since Catholic Encyclopedia admits the papacy was the one on the top, were corrupted sometimes, it has been manipulated. So I'm saying all organizations on earth. I had a debate with a Faith Avenue, but the man who was my debate opponent in Faith Avenue when he asked me about which church on earth is the true church. Was he an INC, JW, or what? The one that came here, he had INC. He never answered me back. When I explained to him, I recorded it. I hope you can download it. It's Tagalog. Come back. Okay. So, for that record, I hope you listen to that record. I explained in that record. I believe there's a true church on earth. Yes. But that true church on earth is not human organization registered. As though you register your own organization and say it's true church. So why would Elisa say, we're just members, we just try to add ourselves to the membership of the true church, or good statement. It's like this. The true church is recognized in heaven. It's not under one organization. It's all believers who have Berean repentance. Berean repentance meaning they repent from their ignorance and they walk in the light. So some are farther along, on front, some are farther back, but all are walking in the light. That's how God recognizes who His true church are. So it's possible, during the Dark Ages, there are Catholics that are true Christians. It's possible there are Protestants that are true Christians. There are Pentecostals that are true Christians. There are message believers that are true Christians. And it's possible in this church there are some few Christians. So I invite everyone. No singular organization holds 100%. At least you should strive. If you hold the reins in this church, at least you strive to adopt. Question.
Are there church?
Not in a human organized, registered organization. Okay? So, is it possible that your organization is a true church? Not everyone, but it is possible the organization can be led, I think it will be a smaller organization, by God, but it could not perfectly 100%. All members are not Nicolaitan Rule 1. Number 5, all anting. In English, anting is amulet. The sharing is, we can use amulet. Is that the point you were driving on? We cannot. At least you understand we can hurt. As I understood, maybe you can correct if it's right. We can use some supernatural spiritual power as long as it does not come from demonic source, and we do it for good, like spiritista or oracles, talisman.
Actually,
You agree with that? Is that what you said?
Actually, all powers came from God. It depends upon the person what he or she did. It is do for good or it is do for bad.
Okay, let me just give my side of this. Before, in Romans chapter 2, verse 14, before they learn Christianity, God is also working in other countries, in other groups of people. Other groups of people also have gifts. That's why there is shamans, there are witch doctors, etc. Sometimes God works in them. Okay, so I would agree on that part. But when the truth comes, those who are true child of God will walk in for the light. They will not remain on that side. That's why in the city of Ephesus, they burn the books because they will no longer use the old ways. They will follow the ways of God. I will say it's very similar. If there are supernatural gifts among non-Christians, there are supernatural gifts with the Christians. But even if you have that gifts with the Christians, Pentecostalism, it doesn't mean you're already Berean, repenting from ignorance. Doesn't mean like that. You may have that gift, but you may be lost. So if you are in the Christian side, you will no longer go back to that earthly supernatural side like Kabbalah. What else? There are many groups that are peddling this supernatural gifts. Those are used for deception. Even Christian gifts from God are being used for deception. He was right. All comes from God. But the same thing here. If you're not Berean, you have that gifts, you might even deceive people. So that's the total of my presentation. Do you have any questions before I... What is English? No more questions? Okay. So let the debate begin. No more questions on my presentation? Okay. So please close my recording, Brother Ange. And I call on tonight's main event.